Hi everyone, my name is Made Ardi Widana Akta with student number 240-553-1081, and in this video I will explain about book with title Manufacturing, Engineering and Technology, Chapter 6, which has title Non-Ferrous Metals and Alloys, Production, General Properties and Application. First, the introduction. Non-ferrous metals include a wide variety of materials, ranging from aluminum to zinc, with special properties that are indispensable in many consumer and commercial products. This chapter introduces each class of non-ferrous metal and its alloys, and briefly describes their methods of production. Their physical and mechanical properties are then summarized, along with general guidelines for their selection and application, together with several examples. Shape memory alloys, amorphous alloys, and metals foams are also described, with examples of their unique application. As you can see in the table 6.1, there are approximate cost per unit volume for both metals and plastics relative to the cost of carbon steel. And in the table 6.2, there are general characteristics of non-ferrous metals and alloys. There are aluminum, magnesium, copper, superalloys, titanium, refractory metals, and precious metals. The example is the smartphone. It uses aluminum because the aluminum is light and corrosion resistant. After that, the copper wire used to make the wire conductivity. Next is aluminum and aluminum alloys. The important advantage of aluminum, Al, and its alloys are their high strength-to-weight ratio, resistance to corrosion by many chemicals, high thermal and electrical conductivities, non-toxicity, reflectivity, appearance, and ease of formability and machinability. They are also not non-magnetic. The advantage of aluminum is high strength-to-weight ratio, good corrosion resistance, excellent electrical and thermal conductivity, and non-magnetic and recyclable. Two major types of aluminum is cold work hardened alloys, heat treatable alloys. Aluminum is classified into series 1 until A, XXX, based on alloying elements like Cu, Mn, Mg, S, and Zn. The example is in Audi A8 used an aluminum body for weight reduction and improved fuel efficiency, and aluminum foil, beverage cans, laptop casings, and aircraft wings. Next, we have magnesium and magnesium alloys. Magnesium, or Mg, is the lightest engineering metal available, and it has good vibration damping characteristic. Its alloys are used in structural and non-structural application wherever weight is of primary importance. Magnesium is also an alloying element in various non-ferrous metals. As you can see, in table 6.5, there are properties and typical forms of selected group magnesium alloys. Magnesium has the lightest structural metal and good vibration damping, used in aerospace, automobiles, hand tools, bicycle, and electronic housing. Disadvantage of magnesium is low strength and poor corrosion resistance unless alloyed. Produced from seawater or minerals via electrolysis or thermal reduction. The example is in car steering wheels, camera bodies, long width frames, and use wear weight reduction like higher fuel efficiency to make higher fuel efficiency. Next, we have copper and copper alloys. First produced is about 4,000 before centuries. Copper or Cu is from the Latin cuprum or cuprum, and its alloys have properties somewhat similar to those of aluminum and its alloys. In addition, they are among the best conductors of electricity and heat, and they have good corrosion resistance. Copper and its alloys can be processed easily by various forming, machining, casting, and joining techniques. The copper is the excellent electrical and thermal conductivity and corrosion resistance. The application of copper is in the electrical wiring, plumbing, coins, heat exchangers, and cookware. The common copper alloys is brass or copper with zinc, bronze, copper with tin, and produced by pyrometallurgy or hydrometallurgy. The example is power cables, cooking pans, water pipes, brass musical instruments. Next, we have nickel and nickel alloys. Nickel is a silver-white metal discovered in 1751 and a major alloying element that imparts strength, toughness, and corrosion resistance. It used extensively in stainless steels and in nickel-based alloys, or also called superalloys. Provide strength, toughness, and corrosion resistance even at high temperatures. Common trade names in nickel is Monel with the nickel and cuprum, then Inconel, nickel and chromium, Hastelloy with NiCr and MO, and nichrome is used in heating elements. As you can see in the table 6.8, there are properties and typical application of selected nickel alloys. And there are all trade names. Nickel and nickel alloys is used in jet engines, chemical plants, marine hardware, and food processing equipment. The example is kitchen sinks, turbine blades, and rechargeable NiMH batteries. Next, we have superalloys. Superalloys are important in high temperature application. Hence, they are also known as heat resistant or high temperature alloys. Superalloys generally have good resistance to corrosion, mechanical and thermal fatigue, mechanical and thermal shock, creep, and erosion. At elevated temperatures, major applications of superalloys are in jet engines and gas turbines. Based on nickel, iron, or cobalt, designed for high temperature strength and oxidation resistance. It's usually used in gas turbines, jet engines, and nuclear reactors. As you can see in table 6.9, there are properties and typical application of selected nickel-based superalloys at 870 degrees Celsius or 1600 Fahrenheit. And there are all trade names. The example of superalloys is in jet engine turbines, gas turbine, blades, nuclear reactor components. Next, we have titanium and titanium alloys. Titanium, named after the Greek god Titan, and T, is a very silvery white metal discovered in 1791 but not produced commercially until the 1950s. Although titanium is expensive, its high strength-to-weight ratio and corrosion resistance at room and elevated temperatures make it attractive for many applications, including aircraft and jet engines. The titanium has the highest strength-to-weight ratio of all metals and excellent corrosion resistance. The application is jet engines, aircraft, implants, and sports equipment. The disadvantage of titanium and titanium alloys is high cost and difficult fabrication. In the table 6.10, there are properties and typical applications of selected group titanium alloys at various temperatures. The example of titanium application is aircraft frames, prosthetic implants, and luxury wax. Next, we have refractory metals and alloys. There are 4 refractory metals: molybdenum, niobium, tungsten, and tantalum. These metals are called refractory because of their high melting points. Although they were discovered about 200 years ago and have been used as important alloying elements in steels and superalloys. Their use as engineering metals and alloys did not begin until about 1940s. First, we have molybdenum. It's a silvery white metal discovered in 18th century and has a high melting point, high modulus of elasticity, good resistance to thermal shock, and good electrical and thermal conductivity. Next is niobium. Niobium was first identified in 1801. Is 181. It is also referred to as columbium. Next, we have tungsten. The tungsten is from the European name, and from its source mineral wolframite, and in Swedish, tungs means heavy and sten means stone. Was first identified in 1781. Next, we have tantalum. Tantalum identified in 1802. Tantalum is characterized by its high melting point, high density, good ductility, and resistance to corrosion. The example is like bulb filaments and rocket nozzles and furnace heaters. Next, we have beryllium. Beryllium is a steel gray in color. Beryllium has a high strength-to-weight ratio. Unalloyed beryllium is used in rocket nozzles, space and missile structures, aircraft disc brakes, and precision instruments and mirrors. Then, zirconium. Zirconium is silvery in appearance. It has good strength and ductility at elevated temperatures and has good corrosion resistance because of an iron oxide film. Zirconium is used in electronic components and in nuclear power reactor applications because of its low neutron absorption. Next, we have low melting alloys. Low melting alloys are so named because of their relatively low melting points. The major of metal in this category are lead, zinc, tin, and their alloys. Lead has characteristic properties of high density, resistance to corrosion, softness, low strength, ductility, and good work ability. Zinc is bluish white in color and is the metal that is fourth most utilized industrially after iron, aluminum, and copper. Although used in small amounts compared with iron, aluminum, or copper, tin is an important metal. There are key equations of low melting alloys that melting temperature range Sn is 232 degrees Celsius, Pb 327 degrees Celsius, and Zn is 490 degrees Celsius. And solder alloy melting point is the key equation is Dm equals X1 T1 plus X2 T2. The example is electronic solder joints, coins, jewelry, and dental alloys. Next, we have precious metals. The most important precious metals, also called noble metals, are the following: gold. Gold is the soft and ductile and has good corrosion resistance at any temperature. Silver is ductile and has the highest electrical and thermal conductivity of any metal. However, it develops an oxide film that affects its surface characteristic and appearance. Next, platinum is a soft ductile grayish-white metal that has good corrosion resistance even at elevated temperature. Next is shape memory alloys or smart materials. Shape memory alloys are unique in that after being plastically deformed into various shapes at room temperature, they return to their original shape upon heating. For example, a piece of straight wire made of such material can be wound into the shape of helical spring. When heated with a match, the spring uncoils and returns to the original strike shape. Shape memory alloys can be used to generate motion nor force in temperature-sensitive actuators. Can return to their original shape after deformation when heated. The example is nickel titanium, and the application is in medical stands, actuators, and temperature-sensitive devices. There are key equations for shape memory alloys is austenite start AS finish with AF, martensit start with MS finish with MF. Strain recovery is E rect equals E applied. Everyday examples of shape memory alloys are eyeglasses springs, medical stands, and temperature valve. Then we have amorphous alloys or metallic glasses. A class of metal alloys that, unlike metals, do not have a long-range crystalline structure is called amorphous alloys. These metals have no grain boundaries and their atoms are packed randomly and tightly. The amorphous structure first was obtained in the late 1960s by the extremely rapid solidification of a molten alloys. Amorphous alloys have a non-crystalline structure, high strength, ductility, and corrosion resistance, used in transformers, sporting goods, and aerospace parts. There are key properties relation in amorphous alloys. As you can see, then the everyday example of amorphous alloys are transformer cores, sporting goods, and casing for electronics. Next, we have metal forms. Metal foams are material structures where the metal consists of only 5 to 20% of the structure's volume. As shown in figure 6.3, usually made of aluminum alloys. Metal foams can be produced by blowing air into molten metal and tapping the froth that forms at the surface. This froth then solidifies into a foam. Porous materials with 5 until 20% metal content, very lightweight with good strength to weight ratio, used in aerospace, filters, and orthopedic implants. There are key equation of metal foams, as you can see. And the example of metal foams is car bumpers, car, car bumpers, crash protection panels, and sound absorbers. Well, that's all from me. Thank you for watching.